Hey, you've tuned into the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Grainger, your host, and this week we have a fantastically funny panel for you. That's right, everybody in this room today is all comedians, and we're fresh off a sold-out crowd at Gas City Brewing in Gas City, Indiana. It was a great time. Today, with me, my co-host and head writer at the Kokomo Press, Brian Allen West. And joining him is our frequent collaborator. You've seen him many times on the podcast. You've seen him in skits. He wrote a skit for our holiday special, which we're going to be doing again this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the very funny Sean D. Yeah, Sean D is funny. Look him up. And for the first time ever, we have a road dog comedian joining us, somebody we've worked with at American Dream Hi-Fi when we did shows there. We worked with him last night at Gas City, and we're going to be working with him at Harvestfest tonight. Well, technically it was last Saturday for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the fantastic Dan Alten. All comedians, all talking comedy, and just making fun of normal things. But before we get into that, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, over here on YouTube. Give us all the follows you can, because every time you hit us up, every time you add us somewhere, somebody gives us $1. I don't know who it is, but $1 comes from somewhere. They keep sending it. I just have so many dollars. Just kidding. Send more. Add us. Anyway, this week we talked about a ton. We talked about traveling on the road, doing comedy. We talked about killing and writing jokes and getting there. We talked a little bit about traveling in general and the different things you see on the road, since Dan just does a ton of traveling. We were like, let's talk about that. And then we talked about random things. Like we talked about crazy teachers, like the ones that happen in Kokomo, and he brought up some that he knew. It was just a very, very talk heavy. There's lots of bits. We were joking a lot, making a lot of goofs. So if you enjoy comedy, this is the episode for you. So have fun, tune in, get ready to check out myself, Brian Allen West, Sean D, and Dan Alten on this week's fantastic episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Woo!
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
We'll get to chattering. You guys have fun?
It was fun. That was a good time.
I was excited because that was the first time we ever did that room.
Yeah. They were loving it.
Yeah, we were wondering because Gas City is it is a small town.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, it is they've got like less than 7,000 people. So when they reached out and they're like, "Hey, we want to do a show with you guys," I was like, "Can we get everybody in there?"
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I was like, but it ended up going really, really well. I was happy for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I felt like Jordan started off good. He had the crowd like vibing with him, and they were listening and stuff, and they were giggling and laughing and stuff. And then I came on, had a good set.
Yeah.
Sean came on, fucking crushed.
Oh yeah, I did great.
Sean came on, and then because Devon went on after him.
Yeah.
Devon went on, had a really good set, crushed. You fucking crushed too. Had Chris.
It's just a good show. Honestly, I don't think anybody had a bad set.
No.
Yeah.
It was good. And then Dan and Jeff brought us home after the intermission.
Yeah.
I don't know, why did you want, dude, you asked me to do it. I didn't even want to do the intermission. You said you wanted to have an intermission. I didn't get that, so.
Yeah, I didn't want the intermission at all.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was put on us by the people that run the show, or the people
Shout
that
out
own
to
the
Kirk,
venue.
yeah. It's one of those things, it's like, they work for some shows, they don't work for some shows. Maybe we can figure it out. And like you said, even if we got to go down a comedian, maybe we can figure something out to make it more of like a 90-minute show. But that was and it's not even a complaint. That was my only when we go back to the drawing board, that's what we need to look at.
Yeah.
It's just shorter time. So.
Well, it's the first show we've done away from home. That we had to run the sound, do things. It's crazy when you show up and people are already in the bar and you're like, all right, guess I'm setting up, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was a Friday.
Was that one of the, oh, sorry.
No, you're good. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, was that one of the longer shows that you've done? Or?
That was pretty long. Sometimes there's long shows, but there will be a weird reason or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that was long. But the crowd was down the whole time.
Yeah.
The only people who left were those people who were confused.
Yeah. And that bummed me out. That's one of those things where I was like, I tried to, when I give the announcement, I was like, hey guys, we're going to do a short intermission. We still got a couple comics left for you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hopefully that'll get them in there.
Sean was saying they were so drunk, because they were in there.
They got up there, they were drunk. They started to interrupt you a bit.
Yeah.
No, they were. Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, anyone who's, I was like, maybe the intermission will be good because not anyone who's too drunk.
Yeah.
Well, like as opposed to being like, well, I'll just sit here until it's over.
Yeah.
And then slowly start snoring loudly.
Well, our den mother, Courtney, the soccer, or what is it, team mom? She's team mom. She drove us there last night in her van, and we packed everything in there. So the three of us are riding back, and we're just talking back and forth. And one of the things that we talked about was like we just felt like the crowd was really loose and good. And then when we did the break, they came back almost too loose. They're like, like they're wild. But I think it was good for you for when you get up there because you work that crowd so much.
Oh yeah. Well, I figured if I went up and just tried to do actual jokes, they'd be like, what? We've seen this for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But they haven't seen someone try to tickle Vance's tummy.
Yeah, or smack the ass of the town gay guy, which is amazing.
You know what's wild? There's 2 town gay guys, and they're in a relationship.
Yeah, they're together.
They found each other.
That's I love that you didn't know at first because you made a joke.
I truly in my mind was like, it's probably just that guy.
He's like looking for love.
He has a love partner.
Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard.
They were sweethearts.
Yeah.
He pulled me aside right at the intermission and was like, "Hey, man, love what you guys are doing. You're just what this town needs is some fun." And he's like, that's my boyfriend. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, nothing's off limits. And then the other night he was like, don't use that F word. And I was like, yeah. I was like, but it was just awesome because the town was so like receptive to jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though Jordan brought up immediately, we brought the only black people here. So I was like,
I wonder, are there black people in Gas City?
Yeah, he said him and Devon both said it.
I said it too.
He did Google it. Yeah. He said, I'm gonna Google.
Yeah, city demographics.
I went up there and I was like, no black people in the crowd? Did you guys take a vote or something?
Yeah. You did too. Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even know
that was
Jordan.
funny.
Yeah.
No, it was great though because it honestly between you, him, and Devon, it was like a through line. Which Devon was great too. That's all. I mean, honestly, I love doing these shows. Like this has been really fun, and kind of going to a new town and stuff and doing it is like.
We'll take a woman back there next time and blow their brains out.
Yeah, there might not be. That would blow their mind.
I am a lesbian woman.
He's looking at the demographics. What do we discover in the demographics?
A masculine lesbian.
I think it's 97.46% white.
Yeah.
But then the interesting thing is African American 0.3, Native American 0.32.
Oh my God.
So Gas City has more Native American people than black people.
Yeah.
Which is like rare.
That's very rare.
It's rare in not like the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Like when you're out in like South Dakota.
Well, I was going to talk shit about them when I got there.
But this makes me also, I don't want to do the math, but like 2,000 times 0.3, is that a full person?
No.
It's not?
Is it?
Does Gas City have Gas City's black population might be one mixed race kid.
Quadriplegic.
Yeah, just one.
Quadriplegic mixed race kid.
Why would he be quadriplegic?
I don't know.
They don't even list that demographic. That would be fun in the demographic. Be like, we have 2 guys in wheelchairs. We have a lady who can't see far away.
Yeah, right. That'd be too funny, dude. I like that. Yeah, I was going to make the joke because, like, I went to their Wikipedia when we first started working with it because I'm like, I want to know a little bit more about the town. All I know about that town before that was every time I drive through it as a designer, I get annoyed because their gas tower is in Comic Sans, and I'm like, ugh.
That's a famous gas tower. You can see it from the highway. Everybody knows it.
Oh, yeah. It's a great
I told my girlfriend, I was like, I'm in Gas City where the water tower with the Comic Sans is. And she was like, oh, yeah. She knew.
Yeah, everybody. It's like it's a perfect place to drive by. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, God. So I looked it up. I was like, why are they even named Gas City? And in their Wikipedia, they had an original name, obviously. They struck gas in like 1890. And then they changed the name in like 1900 to Gas City. And then by like 1915, they were out of gas.
There you go. That's cool though.
They've been Gas City ever since.
Yeah,
it's awesome, man.
It's like our town's named Hot Rachel.
Yeah,
she was a lady who was really hot but died 100 years ago.
At least she lived longer than the gas.
We don't have any photos of her.
Yeah. It said and the Wikipedia was even mean about it. They're like, the reason why is from poor management of gas facility. I was like, yeah. Like, we are Gas City. We have no idea what we're doing.
Well, that happens a lot. People, you strike it. And then it's like, oh, we can mine phosphorus.
Yeah.
And you don't know anything about mining phosphorus. If you found phosphorus in your backyard, what's your first move?
I wouldn't even know I found phosphorus.
Exactly.
Sean, just be honest. He'd probably smoke it.
That probably happened with Gas City. They probably found gas, and then they were like, "This water tastes like shit," and then they threw out half of the gas before they were like, "Oh, this is gas."
Yeah, I have no idea what phosphorus even looks like. Is it clear or is it
I think it's like white bird poop.
white bird poop?
I know a specific historical thing I'm remembering that involves a country overmining their phosphorus and then destroying their country.
Oh, God.
But I think the way they got it is they're an island where birds would poop on the island.
Oh, okay.
And then over like hundreds of years, it becomes this thing that like you need.
Yeah.
Nature's crazy.
Nature is crazy. I mean, that gas is just what old dinosaur bones and for like
it's like, you know what chocolate is? It's a homeless guy's toenails that's been fermenting for 500 years. It becomes this thing, and then a tree grows.
I know you dug Gas City's way of golf cart life, though. I know you like that. It was fucking fresh.
It was cool.
Yeah, that joke that you had where you were like, just say you have a DUI or whatever.
Yeah, just say you're an alcoholic. But we were out there talking to him, and this lady like went into detail. It's like they're allowed to have them, and everybody just uses those because everybody does drink and it's easy to get around on.
Yeah. There's two of those hit, nothing really happens.
Yeah.
It's the most golf carts I've ever seen not by like a body of water.
Yeah. Or a golf course, of course.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
that's true though.
Unless you count like I bet sometimes these people vomit a pretty big puddle, and then it's like that makes sense.
Yeah, it's basically a pot.
Yeah, it's like having a little lake.
There's got to be some money in that town though, because how are you gonna have like a $12,000 golf? Some of those were nice.
Oh yeah,
dude.
You know golf carts.
I mean, a bit, yeah.
He's like,
I caddied for a summer.
Oh, okay. You're like that golf carts, but there are. If you're a caddy, aren't they all the same golf cart?
Well, if
People bring their own.
If it's a golf community and there's houses, like he lives at a place like that. Some people just own their own and they just bring their own.
It's like walking to the bowling alley in your bowling shoes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I live up the block.
Those people are serious, dude.
Yeah, I'm not bringing a different pair.
I just had to yell at my son for wearing his basketball shoes outside. I was like, "What the hell? Those are basketball." That's an Indiana thing, I guess. Probably no.
What do you need to preserve on a basketball shoe?
The court. The court. It's more the court.
So you can get the good squeak.
Yeah. You gotta have a good squeak going. That's how you know you're playing basketball.
I'm out there, your basketball shoes, gravel dug into them, and like a dog poop gum.
Yeah, the whole thing. For me, it was more like when we were kids. We have a Carver Community Center named after George Washington Carver. The only thing I know about him is peanut butter, but that's also the Carver Center. And when we went in there, they'd always say you can't wear street shoes; you have to bring shoes. So I think they kind of like ingrained it in us. So I'm always like, "Why are you wearing your basketball shoes outside?"
Oh, interesting.
And I want to preserve the court, you know what I mean? Anyway, let me go ahead and introduce everybody. I'm Jordan Grainger. This is the Kokomo Press Podcast. Over here, you've seen him a million times. It's Sean D. He's been on the show.
What's up, guys?
You've got co-hosts with the most over here, Brian Allen West.
What up, y'all?
And headliner of Gas City and then Harvestfest, who we also booked a while back, D-ANAL-TEN.
That's my welcome call.
Yeah, welcome call. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they liked it. The crowd loved it.
The crowd felt it.
They felt the cough. Yeah, man. I was talking last night to somebody, and I was like, you're the only headliner we booked more than once so far. And we booked you 3 times. So
Here we go.
That's awesome. So I just remember the first time I saw you at the show. I think I was telling you this last night, but during my set, it was so awkward. I couldn't see the crowd. It was pitch black. And then there was somebody, I guess, FaceTiming, and another person was arguing with him. So I had no idea what was going on my entire set. And so I get off, I go around, and I'm like confused. And then you go on stage and you do your set, and it blew me away. I was like, this guy's so funny. So thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with us again, man.
I try to, when I do comedy, I try to be as funny as possible. That's
a good
technique.
Goal. Yeah. That's my technique. That's good, yeah. Wow. I mean, that was great. Being in Gas City for the first time was great. And then
you're the only one who's ever said that.
I know. I'm the one.
Being in Gas City for the first time was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Gas City was cool.
Yeah, the show was fun.
They need to get a thing. They need to get new gas. Or something.
We need to get more gas. I think the weed jokes work pretty well. If they just legalize weed in that one town, and they're like, well, we have a different kind of gas.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Something.
Damn. If only you could do that. That would be cool.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do it in the town. I know you can decriminalize it.
Yeah, there's towns in Colorado that don't have, like, I don't think they can make it a crime, but I know that there was a town once where I had a show and I was like, oh, I'll grab some weed on the way to the show, and I couldn't get any. Like the whole town was like dry. And they're like, no, the town put like a thing in that's like, we don't allow anything.
It's a dry county.
Yeah, it's exactly. I guess with alcohol. Yeah, it's a dry county.
Prohibition shit.
Yeah, it is some weird prohibition shit. Especially in Colorado, you expect to just go. I mean, I saw there's this political guy that I follow sometimes, and he put up a post and was like, just got off the plane in Denver, and he's like, God, it smells like nothing but weed here. And I'm like, yeah.
No, it does. It's crazy.
Yeah, he was bitching, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was bitching about it. I was making fun of him.
Get it together.
Yeah, I was making fun of him because he's Indian, and I was like, an Indian guy complaining about smells is hilarious. That's what it is. I'm like, God damn.
My goodness.
I know. I knew I was going to get hit for it, but also he's always talking shit about being Indian. So, you know,
their food is fat. They got all the spice.
Yeah, they got everything over there.
They got it all.
The good shit. They got all the good shit.
We got some good places here, or we got one good Indian place.
Yeah. We got a decently multicultural town here. You know, Gas City is, maybe not so much, but Kokomo, we have a lot.
We got a bunch of Korean places.
Yeah, we just got a new Korean barbecue. I'm excited to try it. Took over like Choo Choo Magoo's.
You just have immigrants showing up in Beach Boys t-shirts. Like, I'm here.
I made it.
I've made it.
And then we showed them Kokomo Beach, and it's just a pool.
Is there a thing called Kokomo Beach?
Yeah, it's just a pool.
Oh, that's great. Kokomo Beach.
Yeah, we're like,
it's
come hang out.
It's a pool with 2 water slides.
Yeah.
It's nice for the kids here.
No, that sounds great.
Yeah, not a single diving board. In case
you don't need a diving board.
The old one though, R.I.P. The old one, they had cool fucking. Remember those?
Yeah, dude.
They
I
were like
love
on a
those.
light post, and you
It
jumped.
was like in the middle too. It was like you swim out to the middle and then you jump
that
off.
sounds cool.
Back in the day,
Wow.
you fucking remember?
They got rid of that pool.
Not even.
I didn't grow up here.
I forgot.
Yeah, you forget.
Where'd you grow up?
Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Beach
Does
Boys.
it?
He's actually
That
going
tan, that tan. You got it now.
Yeah, that laid back vibe.
Hollywood, Florida. Is that anywhere near Jupiter?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of close to Jupiter. It's like, so once you get to Pembroke Pines in Florida, it's all city to Miami.
Yeah.
It's like just one big city.
Yeah.
But so it goes Pembroke Pines, then Fort Lauderdale, then Hollywood, and then Miami.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Whoa.
They're right next to each other. It's pretty wild. I love going down there just because it's a shock. I took my fiance there for the first time to Florida. She'd never been down there, and she's just like, the trees are different. And I'm like, yeah. It's like the entire like ecosystem changes. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty not normal for most like countries because we're such a large country.
It is true. Yeah, America does a lot of stuff. I really like the like. I can't even think of the name, and normally I know the name of it. the like Louisiana to Savannah-ish, where you get like everything looks like old timey.
Yeah,
it's
like,
cool.
We have a ye old time, but yeah,
That's
you're
a
on the
cool
road
part
a
of
lot.
America.
You see a lot of America, right?
Oh yeah, I see a lot of America.
Yeah.
Wait, that's what you just said.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering. I mean, like, because being on the road and stuff. Because like one of the first things when I told, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna have Dan on." They're like, "Man, he's a road dog. He's always out."
I'm
there killing it."
everywhere.
Yeah, and I know you just left South Dakota.
I was in South Dakota. I finally went to the capital of South Dakota. No, South Dakota's funny, man, because it's like has really cool stuff in like one side of it, and then the rest of it is just like nothing. And unfortunately, most of the people live on the nothing part.
Dang
So you
it.
go there and you're like, this will be fun. I'm going to South Dakota. And then you're like, God damn, this just looks like Illinois.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
just looks like Southern Illinois.
It's the exact same place.
No, but the Pierre, South Dakota in the middle, that was some cool rolling hills.
Yeah,
All of America is beautiful.
almost.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Brian?
What
Giddix, he's above. He's right here.
Yeah.
He's my puppet. I'm working him.
You're working right now.
No, what's a hotbed? What's like the hottest show that you've had lately? I like crowd wise.
Great question, Brian. No, I don't know. They're all fun. I'm trying to just everywhere is fun. Hot crowds, because even like you go to a place there aren't a lot of people, they're still happy. They're excited.
Yeah.
People are happy these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they aren't.
They are.
When they sit in the room, they're happy.
Yeah. You're like, hey, you came here to laugh, right? Please promise me. Yeah.
No, because at this point, everyone in America is like, because comedy's cool now,
Yeah.
and it's all on the internet. So like everyone, like you go to the middle of, you'll be like a gas station, like in the middle of nowhere, and someone will be like watching Kill Tony on their phone.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay, if I did a show in this town, at least that guy would come.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, Yeah, so it's weird. Everyone's all like it used to be I would go to towns, like really, really small towns, and I would go there and it would like be just like older people who were like bored.
Yeah.
And then now it's a mix of like older people who are bored and then also like select young people who are like into comedy.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I never thought I'd get to see comedy live.
Yeah, I mean, with comedy, you having like, it is like another boom, but it's because of the internet. I don't even know if it's a boom or if it's just the internet making it more available. So like you can find more people quicker, and people want to go to shows. People want to have fun. That's why I think ours is doing as well as it is doing for what we're doing. You know what I mean? Small town. It's a tiny town. You know, we've got 60,000. Like I said, we packed that little room last night, but it was, I mean, I just enjoy doing shows and running them and stuff and bringing it. And it's always surprising the people that have probably never been to a small town comedy show. They go in there, they watch it, they're like, this is amazing. Yeah. Like they didn't expect it. They don't.
Yeah. I think people, they got, more trusting in like not famous comedy, basically.
Yeah. I think I completely agree with that. Cause you'll just be scrolling on like, doom scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram, and you'll just see a random guy doing comedy on stage, and usually they're pretty funny. There's usually a good joke in there.
Which it's kind of in a weird way. It's also bad.
Yeah,
it's like it's not like people don't think of specific comedians. Like that's how it used to be. People be like, I want to go see this comedian. Yeah, and then someone else would be like, well, I'm coming to town. Like I don't give a fuck about you. I don't know who you are. I'm a Ray Romano fan. Yeah. And then now it's like people are like, oh, I like comedy. Yeah. And they're like more open to like, I'll just go to a show. Yeah. But then it's weird because it's like you'll crush and you'll really connect with someone and they'll be like, that was the best thing I've ever seen. Like I loved it. And then you'll be like, cool, follow me on the internet. And they're like, I'm good. Because it's this thing where in their mind they're like, I'll just see more comedy. Yeah. And it will be equally good to this. That's hilarious. And it's like, no, there's still things. Tears. Yeah, you can still like enjoy specific people.
Yeah, it has created
like you know how old ladies, like young people like specific bands and shit? Yeah. And then old people are just like, I love music. And like old ladies will just be like, they're on the beach and they're just like, ooh, there's music. And they just start like dancing. Yeah. And it's just like whatever is playing. Yeah. That's what I feel like everyone is with comedy now. Yeah. Is everyone just like, ooh, comedy.
Yeah, I it's great though. I think it's great for people that are like, it's great for the mean, but it's not for everybody. But yeah, the top people or people that like really make a connection. You're right. It does kind of put. It's
interesting. It's like it's a flip very much from when I started. It feels like.
Oh shit! How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy 52 years.
52 years. You look great. You look amazing for your age, man.
Yeah. I used to headline my dad's ball. Hey. No, I've been doing comedy for 12 years.
12 years, hell yeah.
Coming up on 12, I guess. Yeah,
and you're like, you in the thick of it too. It's like
I'm in the thick of it.
Man. I Instagram watch. You know what I mean? I keep an eye on everything because I'm like, I actually follow you, which is great. You were talking about one of the guys from last night followed you. You're like, hell yeah, this guy followed me. It's like funny.
The owner man. No, several people did yesterday, but owner man followed me.
Yeah, good. That's good though.
I always like when because some random person followed you, like, who is this? And then you click. And then you're like, I don't know who this is. But that guy he said, I work at Gas City in his bio. And I was like, perfect. That's great.
When you got your thing, you got your thing.
More people's bios should have things where they're like, I was the person after the show who said, I've also been to Wisconsin.
You mentioned Kill Tony earlier. Do you have any plans to go to Austin and just check out the mics and shit? Or?
No, not really. Yeah. I mean, like if it happens, yeah. Like Houston is a really good scene. I mean, Austin is like a good scene, but I'm not famous, so I can't like go make like good money there and stuff.
You'd kill there.
I would do well, but it's not. I wouldn't do well in the pocket.
Yeah. It'd be more of an experience for you to go than. Yeah.
But at some point, because I'll probably go to Houston. I think I'm planning on going in like February, and I'll probably try to set up a thing.
Fuck it.
I rarely do this, but I might try to reach out to famous people. Yeah. And be like, can you make it so I'm not wasting my evening standing in a hallway?
Get me on there. Yeah, I think it's a better show anyway. I've watched a few of them, and it's a better show whenever somebody gets on there that has some years of experience. Because a lot of times now, I feel like you just get a guy that's like, I just put my name in, and I just come up and say anything racist I can, so I can get.
Sean loves Drew Nickens. That's his favorite comedian.
Yeah, like the idea of waiting around, of like going all the way to Texas and then waiting around, and then like, oh, I'm not. Instead of me going up, it's this guy. Yeah, it's like that's not. I would rather just stay home. I got no interest in like it's pooping in the mothership bathroom. And like, oh my God,
yeah.
look.
The interviews drag on
Take
forever.
a selfie of me in front of the sign, man. Holy shit, this door guy's probably shake Joe Rogan's hand before.
Yeah.
Like,
He smells like Alpha
who
Brain.
gives a darn? I don't want to swear, but who gives a darn?
Who gives a darn, yeah.
Yeah, comedy is in your heart.
Yeah.
Wait, I came in from the other side.
I know.
Oh, man.
Isn't that you're broken
None
in
of this
half.
makes any sense.
Oh,
It's because of the breakup. If I put the two that are right next to each other on each other, it's like the screen is
Yeah,
too
you
white.
see it.
It's
Yeah.
too white, and it just looks weird. And then you still come in from an angle, and it looks awkward.
Wait, so am I reversed or is he reversed?
No, you're both. You're both.
Everyone is normal. Put up your right hand.
Put up your-
Now say, repeat it for me.
I am.
I'm a doofus.
I'm a dude.
Roasted.
That's awesome, dude. We got some funny things that happened this last
That's
week.
what I'd do if I was on Kill Tony. I would go, doofus says what?
And they say what?
And then I'd go, yeah, Tony, you're a doofus. And then they'd probably it'd ruin his career.
Yeah, he'd be done for.
It'd be over. People would be like, Tony canceled.
Who is Tony now?
calling him something other than gay would
The
probably be.
doofus allegations can't be beat.
He would just say something. Oh my God, that was amazing. That's all I can hear in his head every time he says it.
It is interesting 'cause everyone calls him gay and that's like the thing.
Yeah.
And he does seem like he is a closeted gay man. It is like in the back of his mind, there's a chance that he's like, yes, I wish I could just be at. Every time someone's doing these roasts, he's like, man.
Please.
And if he was to come out, no one would be able to roast him anymore.
No.
Yeah.
They would just have to make fun of who he is as a human being.
How mean he is. No, I think it's just
A
the
doofus.
affect. Yeah, doofus. Yeah, an absolute doofus. Yeah.
I know nothing about you, but you're a doofus.
You're a doofus.
I'm out of the loop. I
Yeah.
got into comedy because of Jack Benny.
Yeah.
No, I'm just the guy from the radio. No, but I was older comedy. I was always behind the loop. So then it's I'm not good at keeping up with stuff. So the
Yeah.
whole Kill Tony thing, I'm like, I don't. Who are these 12-year-olds?
Yeah.
Right.
And I even feel that way with the older people. I'm like, who the hell's this young guy? And then they're like, his name's Chocolate Diaz. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Get these young whippersnappers out of here.
That's funny, dude. I like it.
Johnny Marshmallow Diaz.
Johnny
They
Marshmallow.
should call him Marshmallow because he's
Joey?
Joey Marshmallow Diaz.
Hey, it's me,
Because
Joey
he's
Diaz.
puffy. Because he's got a puffy vibe.
He is. I mean, he's lost a ton of weight now.
Oh,
He's
really?
so funny, yeah.
Marshmallow. Some comics should go by Marshmallow.
Yeah. I mean, Fluffy.
You got Earthquake. You got Earthquake, so yeah. That's
You gotta
not
put on some pounds and start going by Marshmallow.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's not my vibe.
You, I don't know, cuddly. You don't think
Yeah.
that would go?
Marshmallow's toasted, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm a little.
I get the gay thing a lot. A lot of people think I'm gay. I'm totally straight, but
Yeah.
I'm totally straight.
Totally. Yeah. Now, who are you trying to convince here, brother? No, I'm just kidding.
That's exactly what straight people say. They go, I'm straight.
I am straight. Well,
And they make out with Pamela Anderson.
yeah. Have you done that lately? No. Okay. Well,
That's the
guess we're having a
gayest thing you can do is make out with. The gayest thing you can do is be like, Pamela Anderson's hot. It's like, well, this guy's probably gay.
Barbed wire. I remember being 5 and 6 and getting a boner to barbed wire. That movie she was in. Yeah.
Barbed wire.
She had the black, all black thing. She was so
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah. Wasn't that like a comic book style movie or something?
I think it was. I don't remember. I wasn't allowed to watch it. I just would see the video case at Blockbuster and just go,
There's that whole genre. Remember Species? I think it was.
Yeah.
There was barbed wire, and then there was these movies where you'd see the posters at movie stores, and then you'd be like, what is that? And then
Yeah.
people would be like, don't look at that. And then you're like, but it's not in the adult. It's just in the regular movie section.
Yeah.
Whatever. I feel like they're
Showgirls, striptease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Striptease was
Striptease,
big.
yeah.
Demi Moore. That's
Yeah, in the
wild.
cover, she's like, yeah. And you're like, what's going on? What's that movie?
Or what's the one with Nicole Kidman where is it Nicole Kidman that opens
Eyes
her
Wide
legs?
Shut?
Is that the Eyes
the
Wide
one with
Shut?
Stanley Kubrick.
No, and then there's the one where the lady opens her legs. I can't remember who it is.
Fatal
Basic
Attraction?
Instinct. Yeah, Fatal Attraction. Good job.
No,
Yeah.
Basic Instinct.
Basic
the legs.
Instinct, yeah. Okay.
Fatal Attraction's the one where Glenn Close kills a rabbit. That's what it says on the tagline. The one where Glenn Close kills a rabbit.
Did you guys see Glenn Close in the Tyler Perry thing or whatever? They had her dressed up like a trashy older white woman. It was amazing.
I just keep
like
seeing
Glenn
she's in
Leather.
this fucking ad that keeps popping up.
Glenn Close.
She's in an ad where Tina Fey is advertising travel.
Yeah.
And then for some reason Glenn Close is in it. But it like because of the way ads work, you just see the same like ad over and over. My girlfriend and I this ad's like constant.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you're gonna buy
Frustrating.
this. You have to buy
And
it.
I'm not.
And you're not.
I'm not. I'm not
at
gonna
all.
buy Glenn Close or whatever the fuck that Tina Fey's trying to sell me.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody I think had a bit last night. I don't know who it was, but something along the lines of talked about the movies, or somebody had a bit the other night where they were talking about the.
Oh, that was mine.
Was that in the movies?
No, I'm just kidding.
There was
That's
a movie.
anytime someone's like, "There's a really good bit I heard," I'm
That
just
was
like,
me.
"That was mine."
That was me.
That was mine.
I called
That
dibs.
was me.
Yeah, I got real racist. Are you sure it was yours?
Oh, wait a minute. I got canceled on accident. No, it's like they're making fun of the fact that when you go to the movies, now you're watching a movie, or you're watching Nicole Kidman tell you to go to the movies, and you're like, I'm already fucking here.
Oh yeah, the movie thing.
It's a good
yeah.
joke.
Movies is a magical thing. And then she's like, I love that.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so
I
fun.
I think it was Maya.
Maya, yeah, she's very funny from Indy. Yeah, that was who it was. Yeah, that was
That
a fun
ad's
bit.
funny, man, because exactly. It's also weird because it's like, what is this for?
Yeah.
Like truly though, like because they spent money on it.
Yeah.
And it's like I think they just want, they just want people to go to let's all go to the movies today.
Yeah.
Come on, gang.
And
Let's
they
go
build
see,
up. They use cinematic music to build it up, and then she's like goes to say the word where the music breaks, and she's like, "Cause you're here." And that's all it
Yeah.
is. And you're like, what? Like, you couldn't use a cooler like phrase there. You couldn't be like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? Or something cool. I'm like, just.
the Coca Cola Museum in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hell yeah.
Similar. It has like I'm just now connecting these dots, but it has a similar thing where you go in, and before you like enter the museum, they make you all sit in this room and you watch this video, and it's just like 6 minutes of like happy footage where it's like people getting married and like like a kid playing with a puppy and like someone shoots a basketball, and it's just like it's just happy footage. There isn't any words, there isn't any Coca Cola, like no one's drinking or eating anything. It's just happy footage, like a montage, and then at the end it just pops up like Coca Cola, and then a guy comes out and he's like, "Welcome to Coca Cola," but it's literally just so that your brain is like, "Man, I'm happy."
Yeah.
It's weird.
These are all good things I associate life with. Oh, now Coca Cola. Okay.
They should do an experience where they're like, "Are movies better if you have watched the Nicole Kidman ad prior to watching the movie?" Like, you know what I mean? Show people a movie with or without Nicole, because I bet it makes it better.
She makes it way better.
Did you know Coca-Cola came up with the American idea of Santa Claus?
Are you for real?
Yeah. So
They also invented Coca-Cola.
they were they were a summer drink. Nobody was drinking it in the winter. Their profits were down in the winter, and so they put like a couple of different religions' ideas away, and made up this idea, this American idea of Santa Claus and presents and stuff,
shit.
so they could sell Coke in winter.
Hell yeah. Pablo Escobar, he just
Coca-Cola invented Jesus' birth.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's true, man, because Christmas used to be celebrated in the summer, and then they moved it to a pagan holiday in the 50s.
Yeah. That'd be
because of
hilarious.
Coca-Cola.
Well, I did hear that he actually was born at a different time.
Well, no, that part's true.
Yeah.
They moved Christmas to be the same time as a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
So that everyone would like ignore that. You know what I mean?
And acquiesce easier. Like, oh, you're already celebrating. Just change it to his name. Yeah. I think that's funny. And
it'd be like if they did the Super Bowl last night.
Yeah.
To fuck your show. To fuck us. You know what I mean?
Like, hey, we're doing the Super Bowl now.
Yeah, it's like, you bastards.
Santa Claus, though, man. He's a pretty good guy. You know,
Santa
right?
Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, they took away his adamantium knives that came out. Well, I'm thinking of
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
They're very similar outfits, I think.
Similar outfits and vibe.
Yeah, Bub. He's Canadian. They're both
It
Canadian.
hurts Santa Claus every time he pulls a present out of the bag. He's like, "Ah!"
I'll heal, but this hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that kind of makes sense when the Christians go, put Christ back in. They actually did take Christmas. Put Christ back. Like, we did put a Santa there, but I don't know. I think Santa's pretty cool, dude. I appreciate the story. It really helps with my kids, you know.
Santa?
Yeah.
What do you think about? Can your kids hear us now?
No.
Okay.
Santa.
What do you think? Some people say that you shouldn't do Santa because it's like your lot.
A lying.
All you're doing is setting up your kids to then be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's odd.
My mom went through a phase when we were younger where she like found one verse in the Bible and was like, "See, it says you shouldn't bring trees in your house either. So now we're done." And I was like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Interesting.
Yeah, but we didn't never stop. Like,
Oh, okay.
You didn't?
No, she found it like in like April. And then by December, she's like, "Nah, I need that.
gotta
we
have
gotta do
it.
this." But for a minute there, I thought we were gonna be like donezo.
So your mom would just find shit in the Bible and then be like, "Oh,
yeah, that goes for this.
I gotta go live in a tent. I'm on my period." Or whatever the fuck she'd like.
My dad was in the same. My dad was a terrible gambler. So
Yeah.
like Christmas, he's like, we don't believe in that shit. Everybody just couldn't afford
Yeah.
presents. That's what again now. Just kidding.
Yeah, he just didn't do well
Yeah,
on
no, yeah,
the
he
football games that year. If he did
Didn't
well in the
cover-
football games, you had
Didn't cover the
Christmas.
spread. Yeah.
They covered the spread. Exciting things are happening at the Kokomo Press. Yeah, very exciting things. Not only are we bringing you comedy shows, an open mic once a week, skits, videos, funny jokes on our page, and satire news stories, but now you can support us by going to kokomopress.shop. It's that simple. You go to kokomopress.shop, you find a t-shirt, you find a hat, maybe in the future some stickers and some posters. You go on there, you buy one of those from us, and percentage of the proceeds will go to us and help support what we do. We appreciate every person who just likes, subscribes, does all that. But if you go to kokomopress.shop and you buy something, we'll know who you are. You send us a photo of it, we will post it on our page and shout it out. Thank you so much. Go to kokomopress.shop, buy all your shirts and hats needs, and support the Kokomo Press. Thank you guys so much. kokomopress.shop. Cover the spread.
What is the spread?
I know. I don't understand any of it. COVID? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not.
No,
a
I've
sports
never
bettor.
gambling.
Do you gamble?
Usually
No, I've
mayonnaise.
never understood what this. I don't know what the spread is.
Yeah.
The spread is like.
Don't you just bet on who wins?
They got to beat them by a certain. Yes,
an idiot.
they got to beat them by a certain number of points though. So like,
yeah.
say like if the Colts and the 49ers, the Colts got to cover the spread of like 5 points, so they have to beat them with like or 6 points, like 2 field goals or however. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
So then, if they
touchdown.
win but don't cover the spread, you're like
You don't get your
out?
money, no.
Whoa, that's whack, dude.
I think it's a way to make the odds a little more in the favor of the house. Because,
Yeah.
If you just said win or lose, that's 50-50. There's no like, yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So it's like they're weird. I don't. The gambling has taken over sports, and I mean, it's always been a part of it. But
Yeah.
since it's become legalized, you go to ESPN and you watch SportsCenter, and then everybody, including like Bill Cowher, has to give their like, here's my take for fantasy.
Yeah.
Is there
drafts.
a spread in baseball?
Yeah, probably.
But doesn't baseball end like when someone like wins, sort of? Not when someone wins, but like in the 9th inning, if it's like the last team up,
Yeah.
and they like score enough to win, don't they like end the game?
The game's end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would fuck over a gambler, hypothetically.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess they should have bet on them just winning by one.
I don't know.
They do say that it's like all sports, which I believe are like heavily into mafia gambling.
yeah.
And, like there's like certain shit doesn't go right.
There's some
People
like
pay.
I know because I'm like a Norm Macdonald fan. He's like a big gambler, but there's some like sports call where a guy it was that thing where like the end of the game thing, and the announcer like referenced whether or not they will count the play the run that was currently coming in.
Yeah.
And all the viewers were like, that guy was clearly referencing gambling.
Yeah.
They were like, you can't.
He winked at the camera.
Yeah, like.
Talking to you, Mario.
They win, and I don't think the last 2 runs will be counted.
Sorry. He's literally talking about he just lost a fortune. He's pissed off. Yeah,
No.
they just had a huge thing in basketball where a guy got like suspended indefinitely for betting on against his own team and stuff. And I haven't heard that in a long time.
Damn, it's Pete Rose shit.
Yeah, Pete Rose shit. Yeah. I mean, I guess he didn't affect it at all, but like he didn't play. You know what I mean? He's like a bench guy.
What if it turns out that Taylor Swift is making all of her money gambling on football?
That's why she's a huge Travis Kelce
Yeah.
fan. They're in on it together. She's making all of his bets for him.
He's got to be careful, man, because I don't know much about sports, but she keeps showing up at his games and distracting everybody with her. And when I worked at Steak and Shake when I was like 17, I almost got fired because my girlfriend came to visit too much at work. And so if he, like, I don't know, if she keeps fucking around, he's going to lose his job at football. They're going to take away his good shifts at football.
Yeah, his good
Shit.
He's not going to be getting Monday nights or Sunday nights.
Yeah.
He's a
Or
backup.
I want to say Thursday night.
And he's gonna be stuck on the flat grill.
He's going to be working Wednesday morning football. You're not getting anything.
Well, they're getting to that. I mean, they keep moving. They keep adding extra days to football.
Right,
So
yeah.
it really is crazy. They got
Because the big days are Monday, Tuesday, or no, Sunday, Monday.
yeah.
Thursday.
And now the Thursday.
Yeah. Well, Thursday's been for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
That's perfect though, because then he could, if you play football, you can work those days and make
Yeah.
the big football money, and then you can work. Because that's the good days for football, and then the good days for serving restaurants are like Friday, Saturday. So
He could get some
Travis
shifts
Kelce
in.
could double dip.
Yeah, you can get some shifts.
He
in.
could be getting best shifts at football, best shifts at restaurants.
And he's a podcast boy too.
Yeah.
So he's
And
got it all.
And then like if his boss is at football is like, "You're no more passes for you. She's here again."
Yeah.
He can be like, "Fuck you. I got a job at a Morton Steakhouse or whatever the fuck." You know what I mean?
I got a table I got to get back to.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
Since we've been talking.
I always love it when they bring up like how many like jet fuel emissions like she burns and travels. It's so
Yeah.
funny. Just to go get like cheesecake and shit.
Yeah.
Like she traveled.
Perry.
I know like all the memes this year were like they said something along the lines of Taylor Swift's helping with plays, and they're like then the picture is like a big gigantic plane on the field like
Jet.
lining up with the team, and I'm like,
that's great.
Jet sweep.
yeah, like the jet sweep. God, that's
That'd
too
be
much.
fun if she did. I wonder if she does like no football.
Yeah, probably now.
You know what? Because she is
She
a creative
still doesn't.
person.
No, I don't think
Imagine
so.
if she did come up with a cool play.
Yeah, that would
Because
be
she'd be
lit.
like outside the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'd be like, "You know what I noticed? When you run this way, this."
The annexation of Puerto Rico,
Yeah,
Taylor's
exactly.
version. Taylor's version. No, it's got to be
of the
Taylor's
annexation of
version.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. I remember. You guys remember Little Giants?
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies
What a
when I was a kid.
fucking move. Rick
remember that
Moranis,
movie?
Ed O'Neill.
Oh, dude.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That cast crazy. That
No,
movie-
this is a great movie.
oh, dude, I love that. fucking
That era of movie was great too, because it's like I feel like they're all filmed in Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
and they're all just like.
Remember when they take the Alka-Seltzer, that was like embedded into my head. I was like, I
Yeah.
got to do that.
Oh,
I got to
dude.
have the.
Oh yeah.
The guy's the go-kart.
Yeah.
The fucking that's the movie with the glue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, glues his hands.
Yeah. He does the sticky.
And the little nerdy
Yeah.
kid, and he like wraps himself up in the thing. It's so
Oh
good.
yeah,
Just so many
Such a
good
good movie.
physical comedy bits in that with the kids.
no, that movie rocks.
They're like, how many different ways can we make kids do weird shit?
Yeah. No, there were a bunch of them. Man, remember the football? That was Little Giants. No, not football. The soccer one. Big Green.
Yeah, the
Big
Big
Green,
Green,
the
yeah,
guy
that's
from
a good
the
one,
kid
too.
from Sandlot.
Yeah, the red. Yeah, the
Big Red.
Big
yeah.
Red.
Yeah, he's the
Big,
best.
the
dude.
great
Red boy.
the great Hambino.
The great Hambino.
What
yeah.
is he up to now?
I mean,
He's like a
TikTok, big.
yeah,
Oh, my
TikTok,
wife
dude.
loves him. My wife watches
Weird.
him crazy.
What does
does
he do?
dances.
Just like a guy?
He's doing
Just with his
dancing
kids,
and-
just like,
Oh,
doing
okay.
that shit. And like he'll like go in and it'll be like 5 minutes at my house and then with the kids in and there'll be toys everywhere. And he's like, oh, you know, that kind of shit.
He seems like the type of guy where it's like there would be like an E-News story where it's like, remember this fucking guy
Yeah.
from shit? Now he's a 6th grade math teacher.
Yeah. Or he's a bodybuilder. That would be
Yeah.
funny
Yeah,
with him.
or
Like he's
like-
like a fucking. That's what I said. I was thinking. The funny thing, he looks the exact same, just bigger, like
That's
taller.
great.
Like he still has this like tininess to him, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
They do a good job picking kids out like that.
in Lafayette, Indiana,
But
like
once
last
you peak,
month.
you stop aging.
Right.
You
Like
know,
if you
Hollywood's
look
the
at
best
cute
at-
ladies who are like cute when they're like 17,
Yeah.
they just stick looking like that and then just look like weird. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right, right.
Weird
Stop
shaping.
aging.
What about Lafayette?
No, I was just saying they had a you could watch Sandlot with the original cast and then have a Q&A after.
Hell
That's
yeah.
great.
I was sick. I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
Well, I don't know if you saw recently, but Macaulay Culkin's coming through Indianapolis and doing Home Alone. Like he's doing a whole, and then doing like a. I know it's crazy.
I don't know if this is true. This might be a fake thing. But
Yeah?
I think it was real. I saw a post in Louisville. I think the Louisville Theater is doing a screening of Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
And then Donald Trump is doing a speaking thing.
It's got to be.
But I think there's no way that's
There's
real.
no way.
But it is at this like, I saw it on like a vaguely official like Instagram thing.
Yeah.
And the venue is like it's like a big place where hypothetically he would like
he would
go.
do it. He'd be in there.
But
turn it
that's
into a rally.
insane because he's still running for president. It's not like he lost and then is now on the Home Alone screening tour.
Yeah, and if there ends up being an assassin there, he just lights his head on fire like from the movie. He's going through all
Oh
these
my
traps. Like,
God.
what the fuck, man? Donald Trump's having a rough time going through traps.
That would be great.
You guys are going to regret this. Throwing jacks down.
He leans back against like a hot radiator. His big old diaper catches on fire.
That'd be awesome, dude. This is hair catching on fire would be like the end. It'd be awesome to watch.
Daniel Stern is the MVP, and I mean
Daniel
Joe
Stern,
Pesci's great, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Underrated. He doesn't get the credit, man.
Rookie of the Year, another kids sports movie. Remember that,
dude?
Josh.
And he gets stuck in the hotel, the two doors. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's one of the best things.
I remember as a kid finally going to a hotel that had those doors, and I was so excited. And then I couldn't fit, and even as a kid, I remember being like, "What? That movie's bullshit." I was like pissed.
It would never happen today. It was filmed in Chicago. It'd be a 2-minute movie. Pop, pop.
Oh my goodness.
I dug, like always. My dream was to get my arm broke so I could just go. Just throw it 90 fucking miles an hour. It was so cool.
2 hotel doors stacked against each other and sand and quicksand. 2 things that happened in movies that I was scared of that never ran into in my
I was
life.
about to say, was there quicksand?
Yeah, there's quicksand.
On the pictures.
The never-ending story, you know. That's the one that got in my head, you know.
No, you ever been a place with quicksand?
No.
It is weird. It's like it does make you scared. I can't remember where I was. I was somewhere and there were signs that was like, if you see like this type of flag, it's quicksand. So like, don't go by that. And then I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, like
Because you do like, it's super dangerous.
Very scary.
it's weird how it even works.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't understand the physics of it. Like it just throws me off. You know, it's just unbalanced ground with
Big old
sand on it.
hole in the bottom, I think. I don't know.
It's not alive. You know what I mean?
No, it's alive.
It's alive. It's eating you. It's like a praying man. Not the praying
The
man.
sarlacc.
Yeah, the sarlacc pit.
The Venus flytrap.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, or like exactly. Yeah, when you get caught up.
There's that other one that eats birds.
For real?
Yeah, there's some one. It's like the Venus flytrap like snaps like close, and then this one it's like it looks like a vase almost, and then birds get on the end and then they like get stuff out of the middle, and then it just slowly like forms around them.
Holy! I mean, watching that would be wild.
It's wild that plants can digest things.
Yeah, they have
what?
enzymes like that. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, we're humans and everything, and we suck with our enzymes. Like most people have horrible stomach enzymes
Terrible.
right now.
I got bad gut disease.
He's drinking the probiotic water right now. It's like, here you go, bro.
That's what that is?
Yeah, it's like a probiotic flavored water.
So
thing.
you can eat
Double Ralliesburg.
double rallies.
Yeah,
Big
that's
Buford, bro. You can call it what it
Big
is.
Buford.
Big
I'm a
Buford,
spicy
dude.
chicken guy from there myself.
Oh, they're double spicy chicken. That's the only place you can get a double spicy.
A bacon zyla,
Yeah.
baconzilla. I don't know how you pronounce it. Baconzilla.
Do you try to eat healthy when you're on the road and stuff? Or are you just
It's
bacon
sort
solo?
of, but because I just try to like I don't try to eat healthy, but at the same time you're like, well, I've only eaten shit for like 3 days, and if I eat a salad, I'll do better.
Yeah.
So I just like eat.
Get some fiber in there, some cruciferous vegetables.
I mix McDonald's,
Yeah.
Subway, which is the middle healthy version, and then Googling salads in whatever city.
Salad bar, please.
Yeah, like salads in whatever.
You get there. There's no bacon bits.
Or
No,
sometimes I'll get ramen.
ramen. Yeah.
Because in my mind, that will make me not get a cold. But I don't
Yeah.
think that's true. But whenever I'm like, ooh, my throat's a little bit weird, I'll get ramen. And then I'm like, that'll fix it.
That's how Brian usually hurts his throat is ramen.
Ramen.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, I had to do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Raw.
Then why are they raw?
You just said
Why
you
are they raw? We're all technically raw, right?
and your gay stuff last night.
I know.
I'm going to start calling babies raw.
Yeah.
Because they're like an uncooked human.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still in the.
That's a raw ass human.
That's a raw baby.
Damn, is that cat raw?
Just calling vaginas crock pots.
Yeah. The crock pot.
You got them in a crock pot? You cooking that baby?
Little baby.
My goodness. A crock pot. It is kind of like a crock pot.
Yeah.
You ever put a bunch of you not unseasoned. You brown the beef a little bit.
Yeah.
And then put it in with some potatoes and onions and peppers into your wife's womb. And then a little bit of
Best I can do is Fruit Whoops in a butthole. I've seen that one.
God
I've seen that
damn
one.
it.
That's the one I've seen. But no, I did have a girl come up to me the other day at work and tell me that she's thinking about trying to go viral with the video. And I'm like, okay, cool. What do you got? And for some reason, she came up and talked to me. And she was like, my husband and I went to the doctor because I was having issues down there. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and my doctor went to examine her pelvically and pulled out a Livestrong bracelet. I'm like,
Oh, whoa.
And what they found out is like his bracelet.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, no, it wasn't like fisting. I'm like, all right. But she's like, apparently when they were doing it, it fell off his hand and he fucked it into her vagina. And then I was like, what the hell, dude? I was like, I couldn't imagine.
Very
That's
sweet
wild.
girl. I know her.
She's
I
a
went out
very
to say her
nice girl.
name.
Yeah. She's a very
She went
sweet
to
girl.
you know that gained traction on Bob and Tom, right?
Did it?
That story did.
That did?
Yeah.
One of the weirdest things is that someone was wearing a Livestrong bracelet in this day.
I say Livestrong, but one of those little fucking. The fact that anybody wears any of those.
They should bring those back.
Yeah.
Not really. Like, they shouldn't. And I think they're, like, bad for the environment.
Yeah.
It was
like,
definitely a "What would Jesus do" bracelet.
Yeah.
Jesus
Those are the
wouldn't
first
be
ones I
fisting
remember.
her.
But get that as merch.
Yeah.
Get that as some cheap merch. Nice Livestrong bracelet.
Just get one that says D-ANAL-TEN.
They are. They're only like.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
not-
you have one.
Yeah,
has one.
this one was for my dad, but you can get
Did you
like
pull that
100
one
of them.
out of somewhere?
Yeah, my wife's asshole.
Oh, my God.
That's how I remember my father. He's passed away. I just put it in there and I get it out. Dad would want those.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't even realize you had that. But my son.
You're at the
is like,
you're at the wake and you're digging into the car. They're like, what are you doing?
Where did you leave it? You can't take that with you.
He's got something in mind.
There's this new movie or TV show, I guess, with Jeff Goldblum on Netflix called Chaos. Have you guys watched it? It's like a TV. It's about like the Greek gods, but in modern day. It's really fucking fascinating, like the direction of like the art and stuff, because it's like they're doing the real Greek gods, but modern day technology. It's really weird. But Jeff Goldblum played Zeus of all
They
people.
show the incest really realistically.
They do. They actually do. It's awesome, dude. I was like, man, this is just like I remember it. No, it's great, but they have that on
Just
there.
like I remember
Just
it.
like I remember it. Yeah.
That sounds good.
The incest, just like I remembered it from childhood. No, I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
I didn't know if you meant that or you're very,
You're the
very
Kentucky
old.
guy, man. You're the Kentucky guy. I'm just kidding.
No,
We-
haven't you all heard my solution though?
No,
I
let's
don't
hear
think
it.
I said yesterday. Because everyone in Kentucky, they say they fuck their cousins, but they also say that about Alabama.
Yeah.
So I'm going to organize once a year a convention in the middle where everyone from Kentucky and everyone from Alabama meets and we can swap our cousins.
See,
That's
that's
a good idea.
Yeah.
a smart plan.
I know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think I'm going to come out good because I got a hot cousin.
Yeah, and Trump's going to be down there, so you can pitch it to him, and maybe you'll be part of the administration.
This might be a thing already too, so you might want to check that out. Yeah.
I'm going to try to do a set. I'm going to try to do a show at the like swap.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
We're going to get some bands, some food trucks.
The Kentucky Alabama cousin swap.
Yeah.
There you go. I
In
love it.
Nashville, Tennessee. Right in the middle.
Bring,
The best
bring your cousin
convention
all
center
down.
in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's awesome.
Meet and swap.
Yeah.
I'll just kidding, by the way. My cousin's not hot. She's a dog. I was raised by wolves.
Actually, I've seen your set. You can't say that about the dog thing.
No, that's true. I love dogs, everybody.
Yeah, I do.
Go adopt a dog.
Well, I have to explain that shirt anytime I go in public, just so you know. Legalize it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, dude. That was so funny. My girl loves it too. She was bummed she missed you last night, so she's excited to see you tonight.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah, we. It's always fun, man, when we have somebody come through again, because it's always we've only done it once. No. But yeah.
Everyone come to Walk-In Open Air Auditorium. Is that where it is?
Miami
Oh,
is in their auditorium.
Walking, Christopher Walken,
No, Walk-In. No, that's a
dude.
Do you know the Walk-In Open Air?
No.
No, is
It's
there?
a big European metal festival.
Oh, shit,
But
yeah.
it's one of those ones where they like show the crowd and it's just like miles of people.
Oh,
You're like, what
God.
the fuck?
Like the French Open.
And they're all just here to see Dio or whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Gojira. That's
Yeah,
what
they're all
did
here to
the-
see
So many people,
Gojira.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're gonna get metal tonight, dude. There's gonna be some metal people
Yeah.
there tonight. I mean,
I'm going to get on stage with the metal band. I'm going to go like this.
just go up there and just
Check this out.
marshal.
I've been practicing this.
Let's see it.
Hold on. I got these two.
Oh my god.
Is this
rock
picking up on the
star.
mic?
Yeah, it's on the mic right now.
Is this picking up on mic?
Yeah, it just got staticky and loud. It's just metal.
Devil horns.
Perfect.
Kids aren't allowed to do this in a lot of schools because
Really?
it's devil horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in trouble in choir class in high school for we were taking the class photo, and I went, everybody's allowed to do a thing, and I was like, this, and he was like,
Whoa.
don't you dare, and I was
Yeah.
like, am I at a Christian school? No, I'm at a public school. What the fuck are we doing?
Again, that guy was battling some demons. That
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. Well, the demons
people-
were his own decisions.
Oh my goodness. Y'all had a wild authority figure?
He's a pedophile.
Pedophile choir teacher.
Straight up.
Yeah, the first indication was he was an opera singer. No, I'm just kidding.
He's always conducting the minor.
Yeah, he's conducting only in minor. Yeah. He was like, A minor, please. I'd like to conduct in A minor.
He would
I
get
like D minor.
Yeah.
he'd get like upset, like if like one of us or like another guy would like be hitting on a girl that he liked. Dude, he would come up. He would strong boy us. He'd come up and be like,
Dude, oh my God.
"You really
so
think you should be
weird.
talking to her?" I'm like, "Dude,
Yeah.
she's fucking 14 or 15."
Like, you should be worried about Christ. And I'm
Dude.
like, maybe you should be worried about Christ, brother.
That is wild. That is funny. I don't know if I've ever heard that specific set of like, that's great. Hey, stay away from her.
He's like, I actually get paid. I have a paycheck. I have a salary.
I'm cool.
My high school had a teacher get busted for, he like went to jail and shit.
Oh, shit.
And, but it definitely, you could tell it changed the vibe of other teachers. And then it was this weird thing. Cause it happened like our freshman, like at the end of our freshman year. So then we were all like, remember shit. And we're like, remember how Mr. So-and-so like used to be like way more friendly. And then now after Mr. Powers got busted, he's like, he like doesn't talk. He doesn't call on any of the girls anymore. He used to give everyone cool nicknames.
Yeah.
But it was the only thing where we were like, I don't know if some of these other teachers were trying to fuck the students.
Yeah.
Or like, if they were just like, we got to be extra careful.
Yeah, they needed a scapegoat.
But it was
They're
definitely like
Powers.
some of these people used to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a big story recently in this town too. Like, we have a county school right on the edge, and there was a guy there who for years, like 25 years, was like paying kids. He wasn't doing anything sexual, but he was paying kids to like pee in a crock pot or like.
That's
like,
sexual.
I mean, it is. It's
Yeah.
the gratification of some.
At the very least, it's criminal culinary. Criminal culinary act.
Yeah, it was something, dude.
Yeah.
It was the newest show, I think, on the Food Network.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it right now, it'd be good. Yeah, he was like, this weird shit, like stomp on a sandwich and make me eat it. And just weird. It was like weird.
His defense was he pulls up a Betty Crocker recipe and he looks at it really confused and he goes, "Oh, peas." It said fresh peas.
Fresh peas. I didn't see the S.
I'm not the fucking spelling teacher.
He was the journalist teacher, but yeah, no, it's even better. No, it's funny because one of the opener last night, or the host last night, he went to that school and he was always like, I wonder why he never hit me. He's like, I could use the money.
That's wild. He's having to pee in crock pots for money.
Yeah,
That's
Stepping on sandwiches.
just weird. power
stepping
stuff.
on sandwiches.
So he'd have kids, teenagers step on sandwiches and then eat them and then call them. He would say some pretty derogatory names.
Yeah.
He'd like to be called some pretty.
Whoa.
The N word. He's white.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
That guy, so what's he up to now?
Yeah, he's actually the new choir teacher. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's killing it, dude. He's killing it.
He's
Yeah.
rocking.
Actually, everybody's making good money, so we're all just gonna keep the record going. No, he's currently awaiting trial.
For having kids pee on some toast or whatever?
We had a friend. That came on the
For making a
podcast.
PB&J?
He came on the podcast and talked about it. And at one time, the teacher was trying to buy his military uniforms.
Yeah.
And at first, and he's like, now thinking about it, he's like, holy shit, what is he going to do with those?
Yeah.
There was a dude in Bloomington who used to buy guys' underwear at the bar.
Oh shit.
And then he once again, he never asked me. I was always offended. But our buddy, who would always ask, our buddy would just bring an extra pair.
Yeah.
And he would just go to the bathroom and then just like pretend like he took off his underwear.
There you go, man.
He's like, no, I just bring it. I just like put it in my pocket.
So I'm gonna take a shit, wipe my ass with them, and bring them back.
Pay
to
for
you.
the beers for the night. It's
Yeah.
nice.
But I think that guy later got into some weird stuff. And it was one of those things where everyone was like, yeah, in hindsight, buying.
How can that be in hindsight?
Hind insight. Yeah, something like that. No, I mean weird people are everywhere. That's the crazy.
No,
thing.
if I would have gotten options, I used to be like a nude model for like the art school and shit when I was in college.
Hell yeah.
So if there would have been a dude who was like pooping this Ziploc bag once a week, I'd have been like, yeah, sure, I don't give a shit. You'll give me $50.
They get offended if you get hard. Be honest. Yeah.
That's how That's how the Jeffrey Epstein thing got blown open. Was no, literally was two high school girls were fighting in West Palm Beach, Florida, which is the shitty part. They're fighting, and then the teacher like broke up the fight, and then I can't remember if there was a bunch of money in the girls' purses or they were like, "What are you arguing about?" And the girls are like, she stole like $7,000 from, and the teacher was just like, why the fuck? How the fuck do you like we're in like a shitty part of Florida. How the fuck do you all have like this money?
Yeah.
And then it came out. It was like, oh, there's like old guys. Like we all give them a salad and blah blah blah.
Oh,
but that's literally like how it got busted open. Like the second time when he ultimately like. All this shit happened.
Yeah,
it was literally 2 high school girls fighting, and then the teacher was like, "Why are you fighting?" And they're like, "Why do you all have so much money?"
Fucked Epstein's mojo all up.
Yeah. Dude, more than his. A lot of people.
He fucked everyone up.
Presidents, guys that run Microsoft.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
It must suck to have been a band in like West Palm Beach, Florida, because you're like, man, all of our peers have so much money to support our band, and everyone's buying merch and CDs, and then Epstein gets busted, and then suddenly none of these ladies are buying your shirts anymore after you know what I mean?
Damn, now we have to go on that tour we've been talking about.
Yeah, we don't. Everyone in our town, everyone in our poor town had odd amounts of expendable income.
Dude, every time I go to Fort Lauderdale, I'm like, why are these cars so nice? It makes sense. He was putting money in the community down there.
Yeah, because I think Florida. What are your thoughts of West Palm Beach?
West Palm Beach has like very, very affluent areas, but it does have some trashy areas.
Yeah, the way it was described, the way I like always saw it in the cover stuff was like, it's Palm Beach is really nice, and then you have West Palm Beach, which is like has a lot of really shitty stuff.
Yeah,
and they're so close that it's like. It's so easy for rich people to just drive 5 minutes and then be like, you want $100? Come here.
It's like that a lot in Florida because there's definitely like in South Florida, there's a lot of rich people, but some of us had to, well, I guess my parents, I was a kid then, but they would work in the service industry and shit. You always have to have those kind of people.
Yeah, you need the underclass. It's basically like an underclass. You have a good,
He says service industry, but the service his parents were running was transporting.
Jordan, are you ready?
My dad drove teenagers to Epstein's house,
I'm not ready for what?
I saw you ready to hate me.
What's he doing?
You know, I got to piss.
You got to pee.
Jeffrey Epstein bought his dad a school bus for
Yeah.
He's like, I need you to be my driver. He's like,
if you want to hold up, Brian, we're probably going to cut off in a minute. Yeah, we're about to hit it in a minute. So if you can wait like 10 minutes, is that cool? P guy, can you hold it?
Can you
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Do you have a crock pot?
I ain't got a pot to piss in, baby. Yeah, I was wondering, man.
Was he cooking with the crock pot, you think?
I wonder.
So what he was doing,
You know, Brian.
How do you have such intimate knowledge?
No, why wouldn't you? This is going on.
think about it.
Yeah.
Wait, so if urine goes below or above room temperature too much, it'll ruin. So he kept it on a low cooker, and then that urine was just ruminating, and it was mimicking being in the body, so it was pure. And then he would do his thing with it. He was drinking it.
Yeah,
it was happening.
Dude, that is like genius. To be like, I need to keep the pee.
I never even once considered the crock pot was on. I don't know why. Why did he could have used a jar.
You
so
got
my
some other teacher with a thermos who's just looking jealous. He's like, God damn, Mr. Johnson's a genius. I got this thermos. It only lasts me till about noon.
All the teachers there just drinking piss all day.
Yeah, that is wild. He had it in the school?
Yeah.
It was in the school?
It was in his room.
I thought it was in his garage.
No, it was in one of the rooms too. Is what I read.
What the fuck? Wouldn't it smell like piss?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I know that he was having like just the whole
He's
thing.
like, the cilantro covers it. A little bit of cilantro.
It's like I throw some in there.
Half a bottle of cool water.
He tried to use a pressure cooker to hold it in, but it was just getting too hot.
he like got fired and worked at the church like for years, right?
Yikes.
Big Catholic guy. So
Don't get splashed with that
no
holy
way.
water.
yeah, that holy water is a little different. Yeah, it's like,
That is wild. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to do alchemy.
Yeah, maybe. He was. Maybe he was trying to.
All those alchemists, it says they were always doing stuff with pee.
I'm going to discover the pool of life. This is the pool, or whatever it is, the water of life. Trying to live forever.
I mean, we were talking about that phosphorus thing earlier. Maybe was he a science teacher?
He was into some anatomy stuff, but I don't know if it was
At the end of the year, he just has like it's the science fair, and he has a board up, and he's like, "I have proven that maintaining temperature of children's urine does not create anything.
It does not create anything except for a delicious beverage
like-
to be enjoyed."
He's up there. It does not create anything, and he just takes a big old sip.
He's like blowing on it when it's drinking. God, dude, yeah, it was a wild
You think
story.
you would have been pissed if someone, as a prank, pooped in the crock pot.
He's so mad. He's shitty.
he probably would have been like, "It's not my birthday. Holy shit!
What the hell?
Thank the Lord." Yeah,
That is wild. So did all the kids know?
yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
all of the kids knew?
Very
Yeah.
weird. Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of those things. It's
Well,
like,
not all, because Jordan said he didn't know. He said he heard he's weird, but he didn't know. Yeah, he did it.
Because that always is bizarre, because then it's like, you would feel left. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what did I do wrong?
Everyone knows this thing that I don't know.
Yeah, and they're getting paid.
And they're getting paid.
And I guess apparently it was
Jordan's
just
like, I got pee.
yeah, I got a piece sometimes.
I got pee. I got balls full of pee.
I got balls. It's that rare kind.
I got
that Will Smith meme. Why didn't he want me, man? Like,
That whole scene, but it's a Val fucking Chuck. Oh my god.
why didn't he want me, man?
I got pee. I ain't no professional diaper tester or nothing. I can go in a crock pot.
That'd be funny if that's what he was really doing too. He's just in there like I don't trust the blue liquid.
Yeah.
In the commercials, it's too. Apparently, they switched it to that color just so you know.
Kids, today we're going to teach about how the water supply is being damaged.
Yeah.
And how we need to, when we flush the toilets, it goes right into what we ultimately drink.
Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We hit our time.
Is that guy coming to the show?
Yeah, I hope so. We're trying to get him out. We're trying to bail him out to get him there. We're like, please come.
You guys should do a benefit.
Yeah, just a benefit. I'm pretty sure they've done a couple. He got the key to the city at one point, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, before everything came out.
He did. Our mayor endorsed
What
him.
was he like notable for? Just being like a good teacher?
Philanthropist. He gave money to everybody.
Did he or did he not?
Yeah, he would do. He honestly, this is horrible, but volunteering with kids.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you imagine.
That is wild, man.
Yeah, he worked in the church and stuff. And it's very awkward, the whole situation.
It is so wild how it's like all of that kind of stuff leads to a world where it's like anyone who's like, oh, I would like to work with kids. It's like fucking creep.
Yeah, get away.
Yeah, you can't have the passion to watch kids.
Yeah.
anymore.
It's like you can't just be someone who's like, no, I get along with children.
Or at least you got to act like you didn't want to be there. Like, I was
Exactly.
actually
Like,
trying to be a
this job
professional
sucks.
athlete, but I guess I'll be a kindergarten teacher.
I guess I'll fucking be a summer camp counselor.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, you're like, ooh, I love crafts. I love
Let's
making
do
fire.
it, dude. I love the look in a child's eyes when I teach them something new.
Yeah,
It's
I
nothing
love
bad.
that. I
But
love
Rub their
sharing joy.
hamstrings.
I want to rub their hamstrings. Get out of here. That was my physical therapist. There was a bunch of kids from high school coming in there. I'm like, this is awkward. Like, what are we doing here?
You're just like a Boy Scout leader. And you're like, God damn it. Doesn't any other adults care about teaching kids knots anymore?
Yeah, like I want to help them, dude. Yeah, this is how you make a fire.
I know knowledge of knots, and no one will let me pass it down.
That's awesome. In the Navy, I was supposed to learn knots, and they never taught it to us. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, we're supposed to be known for that.
My nephew made fun of me the other day for not knowing knots, but he didn't know them either. But he's like 6, but he was like, you should know this. And I'm like, what?
Obviously, there's a class in high school we all go to learn knots.
But his brother or his dad, and then who's my brother, and then my dad are both very like boys, like they know knots.
Yeah.
And shit. So he's like, why don't you know this? I thought you were a grown up.
So he was emasculating you. That's awesome. That's what my kids would do. Anyway, this has been a fun episode. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us, Dan. For
That's been
real,
fun.
man. Brian, Sean, dude. Thank you guys for being here.
It's gonna be exciting tonight.
I'm excited to do this tonight.
be fun.
Check out Dan on Instagram, D-ANAL-TEN.
D-ANALTEN 69.
69, yeah.
At Instagram.com
Backsplash, actually.
Backsplash.
With all the piss talk.
Yikes.
Anyway, this has been the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We love you. We appreciate it. Woo.
Peace.
Thank you for watching the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, and tell all your friends about it. Because when people know about us, we get to continue to bring new, great, exciting things to you. And if you really want to support us, you can actually go on to Facebook and you can become an official subscriber. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get a lot of access to us. You get to tell us good jokes, tell us all the things you want to, and you're going to get access to new videos, merch, all kinds of things. And if you just want to support us in another way, maybe wear a shirt, wear a hat, something like that, check out kokomopress.shop. It's a brand new store we have set up. It's got all our merchandise needs. It's going to have limited run t-shirts, limited run hats. Go check it out right now. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Kokomo Press on the Kokomo Press Podcast. See you soon. 2 kisses.